Once upon a time, there was a young man named Michael. Michael was an ambitious man with big dreams and goals. He had always been a hard worker and was determined to achieve success in every aspect of his life. However, Michael was also someone who was easily influenced by the opinions and actions of others. He would often compare himself to others and let their successes or failures dictate his own. One day, Michael was invited to attend a seminar on success and personal growth. The seminar was held by a renowned speaker who had achieved great success in his life. The speaker talked about the importance of focusing on yourself and not comparing yourself to others. He emphasized that the key to success is to identify your strengths, weaknesses, and goals and work on them without being distracted by what others are doing. Michael listened attentively to the speaker's words, and they resonated with him deeply. He realized that he had been living his life for others, constantly comparing himself to them and seeking their validation. He decided that it was time to focus on himself and his goals. Michael started by identifying his strengths and weaknesses. He discovered that he was great at public speaking and had excellent communication skills, but he lacked discipline and focus. He also realized that he had been trying to achieve success in areas that were not aligned with his values and goals. With this newfound clarity, Michael developed a plan to work on his weaknesses and focus on his strengths. He started reading books on discipline and time management and started implementing them in his daily life. He also started to prioritize his goals and worked on them consistently. At first, Michael found it challenging to stay focused and disciplined. He was tempted to go back to his old ways and compare himself to others. But he reminded himself that his success was not determined by what others were doing, but by his own efforts and progress. Slowly but surely, Michael started to see the results of his hard work. He became more disciplined, focused, and productive. He started getting more speaking engagements and was making progress towards his long-term goals. One day, Michael was invited to speak at a conference. He was nervous but excited to share his message with the audience. As he was about to go on stage, he saw a familiar face in the audience. It was one of his friends who had always been critical of his dreams and goals. Michael felt a twinge of anxiety, but he reminded himself of his newfound focus on himself and his goals. Michael delivered his speech with confidence and passion. The audience was captivated by his message, and he received a standing ovation. As he walked off stage, he saw his friend waiting for him. His friend approached him and said, "I didn't know you had it in you. You've really changed." Michael smiled and replied, "I focused on myself and my goals, and it paid off." From that day on, Michael continued to focus on himself and his goals, without being distracted by what others were doing or saying. He achieved great success in his career and personal life, and he inspired many others to do the same. The moral of the story is that focusing on yourself and your goals is the key to success. Don't compare yourself to others or seek their validation. Identify your strengths, weaknesses, and goals, and work on them consistently. Your success is not determined by what others are doing or saying, but by your own efforts and progress. So let this story be a reminder to all of us to focus on ourselves, our goals, and our progress. Let us not be distracted by the opinions and actions of others. Let us be confident in ourselves and our abilities and work towards our dreams with determination and focus. The world needs more people who are true to themselves and their goals, and less people who are distracted.